Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to another recording of The Seventh Guest. So, I've resolved to cheat the maze. I just have to solve this slide puzzle that was incredibly easy first.
Finding things a little grating.
So, let's see. Oh man, I just realized, wow, like, wow, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to turn up the brightness on my screen. Apologies for not playing. So the maze on the carpet on the first floor. Surprisingly, I guess.
Nothing ever seems to slide into place in this place.
That maze on the carpet is a top down.
To get around this grate, I'll need to get around.
So yeah, you basically would have had to drawn in the time frame that this game came out. You would have had to drawn the path and the solution to the maze on the second floor, and then had it on a piece of paper ready for you when you get to this point. And the solution, as it's
I have a bad feeling
shown here, is so
How does it feel to be the first
awkward.
living thing to set foot in these dungeons in I can't remember how long.
Let's see. So, first step should be a left, and then we go forward. Next step should be a right. The next step should be a left. The next step should be a short right. And see, the spacing here is exactly the same as the maze. Next step should be a left. And then we should have a second left come up. Alright, we're getting there. Next step should be a right. So somebody should have compressed this down into next step should be a left, into just click forward so many times, and next step should be a right, and then we're going to turn right on the next right. If I've done this correctly. So I should see the ghost here. Alright, there should be a left here. And the ghost is not going to help me anymore. And then this should take me to the end of the maze, where it's a fork. I go this way, and then I go right, and then it should turn around automatically, and then I should go right and then left. And this is not anywhere close to being done. Let's see, am I going to turn the corner automatically? Yes. So the next thing will be to go right. And this easy to get turned around here. Right. So it should turn around automatically, and there should be a left option, but I'm going to go forward instead. And then I should do a U-turn around a bend, and then do another U-turn to the left around the bend. I should have an option to turn right, then left. This is ridiculous.
You shouldn't have turned down here.
That is the solution. And I believe at this point I may have solved the puzzle, because I think everything else is just going to be automated.
Don't think you'll be so lucky next time. Clearly, an open and shut case.
Okay. So we've got a 3x3 grid of skeletons. Let's see how this works.
An open and shut case. Or casket, perhaps. The four winds change at every turn?
4 caskets? Why would it be 4 caskets? I don't know why it would be 4 caskets. This is a toggle game, clearly. So if I could...
Finding things a little cryptic.
Not particularly. Just give it its time. Okay, there's 4 caskets. Did I need specific caskets closed? So close them all.
Excuse my call.
Well, I've got to the center, and then this would open 4 caskets in a T shape. Are there specific caskets that I'm trying to open?
There's no respect for the dead here. I should let sleeping bones lie.
Is the idea here to have, like, I had a T shape and it looks like I had a 4 corners. Let's see. They all seem to be facing downward. Should let sleeping bones lie. See, some of these open the ones behind them. Is that the trick here? If they're not toggling something closed? No. Just seems like this one opens the center one, and this one seems to open the center one, but this one also seems to open the center one. Why does everything open the center one? That one doesn't. Does this one? Yeah, that one doesn't either. Maybe I'm supposed to open them all. That could be it. Will this work? Well, that opened everything except for this one. See, I just kind of have a mind to do it. Just start over maybe from scratch or just cheat. Well, what's it really matter in the end? The thing here is I don't know what they want. 4 wins for... So if it was the 4 wins, it would have been this one, this one, this one, and this one. I swear that they were open instead of the 4 corners. See, this should open everything. Okay, I opened everything. Great. I gotta cheat. I really gotta cheat because I don't know what they want from me. And it feels like this might have to do with it. Your goal is to close all the coffin legs. It's a simple pattern. Let's see. When one of the corners is clicked, the 3 lids adjacent will open and vice versa. Click on the lids in the center of the sides and all 3 lids on the edge flip. Click on the center coffin, flips the adjacent coffins horizontally and vertically. Close all coffin lids. Okay. We can work towards that goal. This pattern is not, doesn't feel right. No. There. Easy enough to do if you just know what you're supposed to do. 20 years ago, I guess it wasn't so necessary. Nowadays, this would be a rage quit moment.
Now! Let me go!
Fake neck snap.
There's something wrong with her.
It's all right, son. You're okay. Don't worry. It's just an illusion. An illusion. An illusion. An illusion. An illusion.
So, apparently we can click on the skull and nothing else on the screen. And the reason why they're isn't much of a story happening here is because of the limitations of CD-ROMs. Like, they crammed the CD-ROM, I'm sure, full of video and audio, and they really had to lower the quality of the video to even have it work. Thank goodness now that we're on to the age of DVDs, Blu-rays, discs,
Your game has
and
been saved.
general just downloading if you can, if you have the bandwidth. Full motion video game like this that would look at the appropriate level of quality would probably take at least 6 or 7 gigabytes. So you're going DVD, and the more story and the more content you actually want to show, the better. I guess what we should do is return and maybe just wander around and see if there are some new places to go. Like, I don't think we're leaving the house. If we are, I think it's from the front door. So we can go back into that first room. Seems like we've got something here. Let's play this.
Oh, this isn't real. Oh, oh, no.
So was...
I smell it. I feel sick.
We get a little commentary here. Is that stuff that we've missed, or was that just available now? Looks like you might be able to do something over here, but I guess not. I assume this is just the same play, right?
When all the 7 guests have gathered, you must figure out what I want. It's a puzzle, Mrs. Knox. And mind you, the others are also working at the same task. It may all depend on who has the greatest need, or who is the bravest. There are clues throughout this house as to what must be done. The house
The
is
voice is getting demonic.
Hoping to meet you in the flesh. I remain your host, Henry Stauf.
I don't know if I've missed some of these cutscenes or what. And if I go down here and click on these, I think that's replayed the last one you saw. I don't think that's ever gonna be helpful. Music is playing for the moment, so that's good. Forward. Is there really reasons to go through this and go back to places? Or am I simply wasting my time? I could see somebody just having trouble with this very first puzzle, and that was actually a really simple one.
Come to my room.
upstairs.
And see, that's, yeah. We'd already done that. So yeah, I think it's better to try to reach new rooms that may have unlocked than it is to go back to old rooms. It seems like to me this is potentially the idea of the movie 13 Ghosts, wasn't it? Where this person has built a house to summon ghosts for one reason or another, to do some nefarious purpose. Store is still unlocked, still inaccessible. If the story at the beginning of the game is to be believed, then the only reason this guy was rich enough to build this creepy house was specifically because of ghosts in helping him or sending him delusions. This really feels like there was a playhouse, a group of actors who wanted to be in a video game or hired to be in a video game. It's not inherently a bad thing or anything, it just it would have been certainly groundbreaking at the time. So that door's not unlocked. So we've had to cheat multiple times now, and I think for this puzzle that I can't figure out how to do, I too am gonna have to just cheat again. I don't know how many more puzzles there really are. Look here, this was the maze underground, so we went all the way down to this point. Up here, down here, here, down here, here, and then we turned here, came here, and then walked out that way. That's the only thing that puzzle had to do with anything. Why there's a secondary puzzle, I don't know. But let's see if I can figure out what it is. The Queen's puzzle we solved. This is the Bishop puzzle. The aim of this puzzle is to move the white pieces to occupy square ones, where the square ones and vice versa. Bishops can only move diagonally and cannot move onto squares where they can be taken by the opposing color. This also means that the bishops on different colored squares cannot affect each other. Okay. We've got the music playing really loud right now. First, work only with the pieces of one color on squares, on one color squares, then use the mirror image. So it's showing me a solution, and says E2 to D3, and then A2 to B3, and then D3 to B1. This isn't working. Let's see, A2. Okay, A2 to that.
Which way should I go now?
Oh, I see why I couldn't figure this out. It's because I needed to slide more. Right. So now, B3 to C4.
Which way should I go now?
A4 to
Which way should I go now?
D1. D1 to
Which way
E2.
should I go now?
B1 to C2. Did that automatically. And then C2 to A4.
Which way should I go now?
And then E4 to C2.
Which way should I go now?
Then C4 to A2. And then E2 to C4. Then C2 to D1.
Which way should I go now?
There. Ooh, I may actually have a problem here. It's going off the edge of the screen. Alright, well. It says B1. Well, there is no B1. Interesting. So, yeah, maybe they just double typed it there. Now it's saying do E2. Now it's saying do E3 to D2. Okay. A3 to B2. D2 to B4.
Which way should I go now?
B2 to C1.
Which way should I go now?
A1 to D4.
Which way should I go now?
D4 to E3.
Which way should I go now?
By the way, it's A, B, C, D, E. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you haven't figured it out at this point. B4. Now to C3. And this is complicated, certainly. C3. Alright. C3 to A1.
Which way should I go now?
E1 to C.
Which way should I go now?
And C1 to A3. Interesting. E3 to C1. E3 to C1. C3 to D4.
Which way should I go now?
A3 to B4. A3 to B4. And the rest of this puzzle solution is not listed. Seriously. Like, it just think it's stopped there. Like, okay, well, that amount of cheating got me this far. So much for that walkthrough site. We're getting the whites on this side and the blacks on this side. I think we can figure that out pretty easily if we could just get, say, this guy to
Which way should I go now?
go over here. I think we can then do this. No, I can't quite yet.
Which way should I go now?
Move that over there. And then that should...
Which way should I go now?
Can't go that way.
Which way should I go now?
Can't move that one, can't move that one. Can't move that one, can't move that one. And see, I wasn't paying enough attention. So if I could move this, like right here, that would be great.
Which way should I go now?
Go here.
Which way should I go now?
And maybe I can then, maybe because that is out of the way, I can move one of these.
Which way should I go now?
Alright. Okay.
Which way should I go now?
I was close.
Which way should I go now? Which way should I go now?
I can't move that one yet. I can move this. No, I can't.
Which way should I go now?
I can move it there, I suppose. There we go.
Which way should I go now?
Took me a lot of time there.
No!
The music's still having a lot of drumming in it. So, what now? Doesn't seem like there's anything here to do. And it just doesn't seem like I can turn to the right. So I solved the puzzle, and usually when I solve a puzzle, I can see something. Is the chest supposed to be? Like, I can't click on that door. So I go through here, and now what? Let's, just for our sanity's sake, save the game. See, I don't know how this is really going to be a 9-hour game when it seems like I'm kind of breezing through it. Probably because I'm cheating.
Your game has been saved.
Right. The map tells me that, with the exception of the hallway, I've been in every room and that I've been able to get into, and I've solved every puzzle. So something has to move forward. So we see these hands and spookiness. Certainly. I guess we could try down this route. Some door somewhere has to be open now, right? What indicator would you have, though, that it's any specific door? There's no door with a chess piece on it. There's nothing like that. You can look at this, but I don't have like a vase or anything to unlock that door. This door doesn't want to open. And so I might need a more hardcore walkthrough. This door doesn't want to open. This door is a shortcut. This door doesn't want to open. So that's the entire second floor. Geez, if we are done with this game this quickly, I guess I could go. I think I own the 11th hour. I guess I could play that next. That's certainly a thought, at least. Am I supposed to be looking back at the cutscene here because people are dying and like I haven't seen everybody die yet though. We should just look at this. I guess that makes sense. Makes more sense than anything else right now.
My dear Mr. Dutton, welcome to my house. The arrangement is simple. You are to spend the night as my guest, and in exchange, I will give you your heart's most secret desire. And you know what that is, Mr. Dutton, don't you? I require one thing of you, a special service, a task that I've set up for you. There's a guest who hasn't arrived yet. A guest unlike the 6 of you. A very special guest. Your services involve that guest. You must wonder what that service is. But that is the game, Mr. Dutton. The puzzle I've set for you. This is all I can tell you, Mr. Dutton. In the morning, only one of my guests will walk out of this house with his or her every wish granted.
So if you look at the symbol, there's 8 puzzle pieces here, and they are either forming a 7 or a 6, depending on how you look at it. And I guess this is the puzzle that I have been missing. Okay. So we've got to get these other rooms opened up, though. Well, obviously we'll do this puzzle, and I don't think that's just going to be the end of the game. I haven't really been keeping count of how many people died, but it would have been pretty easy to make a smaller house and not have all these rooms. So I think it's kind of obvious that we're going to unlock more things too. Like, if we continue cheating, certainly we may finish this game a little bit quicker than I was expecting, but there's at least one more puzzle. And on that revelation, or non-revelation I suppose, we're going to end. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me further, I'm asking people to friend me on Steam and gift me a game. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.